No matter how cool you think you are, you will never be as cool as Iron Man colored pencils. Tell your friends. Anyways, Joe here, and I got a few things to show you, and it's mostly systems. A lot of times that's usually games, but today it's going to be about systems. Now, GameStop on the 22nd and the 23rd were giving 50% extra trade on everything. So that means systems, games, accessories, everything. Normally it's just games and accessories. But if you took them, say a Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo, anything like that, even a GameCube or a Wii, Wii's were trading in for 30 bucks credit, which has been for a long time. So I took advantage of that, cleaned out some of my old stock, stuff I've had laying around forever that I've had forever and ever and ever and ever. I traded all that stuff in, and I got some current gen stuff that I didn't own, as well as one other pickup, actually two other pickups that I wasn't planning on. Let's start with, I guess, the pickup from my friend who has a retro game shop. I don't know why I never name it. I've never talked to him about asking if I can actually say the name of his store. But he gave me a good deal on a PS3 DualShock 3 controller and a Game Boy Advance and a Nintendo 64. He gave me a good deal on everything. He offered it to me, and I traded that stuff in. I also bought a bag of parts. Now, I'm sure you're asking, why would you do something that stupid? Well, it's because I needed SP parts. One's a 001, the other one's a 101, and there's a Game Boy Advance shell in there. I use those parts. I use them to repair broken systems. I have to replace the motherboard in my friend's SP because his charge port is bad, and it's easier just to swap out the motherboard. So that's what I'm going to do. He also had in the bag a laugh out loud homemade Zelda thingy. It's got, I don't know how well you can see that. Can you see that on the screen, that little black mark? Yeah, that black mark is on the top screen of the actual screen, or it's on the inside of the glass. I haven't determined. However, the system does work. And the contrast work, the lines are all there, so I'm going to take it apart, see what that's about. And then, quite frankly, I'm going to strip all this paint off and see what I can do about making it look nicer. I'm thinking I'll go with like an NES look. I haven't decided. But yeah, so that was one thing that was in that whole bag, and it's just for fun. Now, one of my friends came in, traded in a bunch of stuff, and I just gave him the trade credit for this. It's Mario Strikers Charge. It's only worth a few bucks, but I wanted to play it. I've never played it. One thing I've been looking for, because I have a loose Rob the Robot that my buddy gave me, but I've been looking for a Famicom Rob the Robot that was in good shape. At the store I work at, we had a couple that were in pretty grody shape, but this one's actually in really nice shape, and I wanted one that was in nice shape. So that'll go up on the shelf of shelfy goodness. I got a good deal on a Wii U. Don't want a Wii U, didn't need a Wii U, but I got a good deal on it. The guy brought it in. Traded on it was only, or cash on it was only 60 bucks. He didn't want the trade. Trade would have been like 130 bucks, but he wanted cash. But he wouldn't take 60 bucks. So he left the store. So anyways, I followed him outside, and then I made him an offer. I gave him like an extra 20 bucks or something like that. That's all he wanted. He just wanted like 80 bucks because he needed to buy something specific. So I gave him 80 bucks for a black 32 gig Wii U. But for 80 bucks, can't really say no. I could trade it in and get 120. I could sell it and get a couple of $100 if I really wanted to. No idea what I'm going to do, but that's where we're at. Now, that brings me to today. I used my credits that I had laying around, and again, it's buy two, get one free. I believe they're doing it for non-pro members come Saturday, but I don't know if systems are included, so you'll have to double check. What I picked up was, hello, stay down, a Batman Arkham Knight PS4. It's an Uncharted controller because they didn't have a Batman one with it. I needed to pick another system in order to get a third system for free, so I picked a white PS Vita. Now, this is a first gen. If any of you are out there shopping for one, I would suggest that you only pick up a first generation. Reason being, the first generation has a Gorilla Glass screen, and it's also the only one that's a Super OLED screen. The second generation has a much cheaper screen on it. Yeah, so This is the much, 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 much better screen. And it happens to be a white one, which is kind of rare, although it's very dirty. I've got to clean it. And because it was basically free, I picked up another Super Mario Bros. 2 limited edition 3DS XL. So yeah, as you can see, all the systems are in pretty good shape. I just have to clean the PS Vita. Why'd I get them? Because I had credits, and I had old systems laying around that I wasn't going to play because they were all doubles and triples and quadruples of systems I already have. So why sit on them when I can trade them in and get $50 for a stupid Nintendo 64 when you have multiples of them, or $50 for a Super Nintendo when I had 3 of them? $50 is about what you're going to get for them selling them on the street. Maybe where you are, they might go for a little bit more, but where I am, $50 is about all they bring. So I'm happy to get rid of a bunch of stuff I didn't need and get a bunch of stuff I actually needed. And I still have like $35 or $40 left in my kitty, I guess we'll call it. So I can get whatever I want, be that Taco Bell, Burger King. I don't eat much fast food anymore. It really doesn't sit well with me. But there you go. So mostly my collection for systems is now complete. Hopefully I'll be able to get one of the $100 3DS systems on Friday. If you're out there trying to get the systems, good luck to you. Most stores only got like 3 or 4 of them. I know for a fact that our store got 4 of them and only one was a white one. So I'm anticipating that the white one is probably going to be the harder one to find. But hit all the stores you can, call them all up, see if anybody's got one. Most places are not reserving them. It's going to be first come, first serve, but still, even after the sale, you may find a few. So while I was over at my friend's store, I noticed that they have a couple of the whatever they call that, the stupid knockoff retro console, the Genesis and the Atari. Yeah, they've hit the shelves, and they're still on the shelves, and that's where they should stay. They're the at games, and I'm sorry to at games. I don't mean to be bashing you, but your stuff sucks. The sound is off, the video is off. If you try to connect them to a television, the video actually lags, which is funny, but it's also partially due to the fact that you're trying to use 1990s technology to connect to the television, and most TVs nowadays don't have the right refresh rate for bullcrap technology like that. So if you want to play that, you might as well just spend the $50 and get an original Genesis or get an original Atari. There are plenty of them out there. You can find them all the time at flea markets for 20 to 40 bucks, at least I do, and just play the originals. That's what I say. As for any other things, not really. I'm driving up to Connecticut tonight, gonna spend Thanksgiving up there. I'm going to drive back Thanksgiving evening and Friday morning meet with my specialist. So either I'm going to get hacked up or just left in the cast. No clue yet. But once I find that out, I'll let you know that as well. I'll probably shoot some video while I'm driving. However, most of it's going to be at night or at dusk or dawn, so may not get a lot of video. Beyond that, have a great Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of food, hang out with friends, family, whatever you guys are going to do, be it that it's obligatory or that you want to do it. So totally up to you. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Any comments, leave those down below. But until then, I'll talk to you later.